In the last episode, we rode well into the dark on the Peru Great Divide trail. With no accommodation to stay in, we made do in the local car park. In this episode, we lean into the freedom that comes with travelling on the road, changing plans as we go and taking in the nature of this incredible place at our own pace. There's something special about the freedom you have when travelling through remote places like this. No fixed plans, no real schedule, just the road and whatever feels right in that moment. That freedom is what makes it so special, even if out here your options can sometimes be limited. This is the freedom and the reality of travelling remote by motorcycle in Peru.
Hayley's just getting up next to me, very sleepy. The sun's coming up now and just warming up the tent. It's nice and toasty. We were fine last night, it wasn't cold at all. Probably got down to like 2 degrees, so we were sweet. It was peaceful, we didn't get any problems here, no one came around the tent. It's coming up to 8 o'clock now. We've been awake and then we just had another little snooze because yesterday was pretty big day and it's wiped us out a little bit. Hayley's just a little bit sleepy this morning. I'll get up, make us a coffee, and I'll show you this little camp where we ended up last night. Got the little tourist bit down there, a few little stalls, I think there's some thermal baths there, and then there's a few houses here. The nicest thing about it is it's got the water running down in here, and there's all these little streams that run into it, and I think they're hot water, and there's hot water there, some baths. Oh, typical amazing mountain backdrop at the moment. But yeah, I got up this morning probably about 6, went for a pee, and there's probably 5 or 6 guys walking up here with machetes and donkeys. They were just going to work. Said good morning to them. They were happy, smiled, waved, said good morning. No one bothered us, it was fine. So yeah, good little place to camp in the end.
So, I'm awake now. That took a while, I felt very groggy because I was very dehydrated. I've taken some electrolytes, found a little shop down there that sold little bottles of water, so we bought loads. So I'm feeling much more awake and refreshed. So yeah. So today, we have decided that because we got in so late last night, and I don't think we went to bed till like 11ish, we're just feeling very groggy and could do with another little day of rest. So what we're going to do, obviously we don't want to camp here in this very public space all day, so we're going to pack up everything. And then we're going to go to the nearest town, which is, I think, about 15 minutes away, according to one of the locals I spoke to today. We're going to fill up with fuel, most importantly, for the bikes and the cooker. We're going to find some food. And then what we're going to do is that we drove past in this lovely thermal baths, I want to call it maybe a state, I don't really know, complex. There was a campground that we drove past. Now the gate's open, what we're going to do is after we get all the provisions, we'll drive back down here, find that campground and stay there for the day. And then there's loads of thermal pools around here in different locations. So we were just thinking, let's just chill. Let's chill, let's set up camp again and spend the day here and just relax, you know. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. As soon as Matt suggested that, I was like, yes please. So yeah, I think this is a good plan and we can chill. It's gonna be great. So we're on the mission to pack up everything and get going.
mission.
Beautiful here. Gasolina y petróleo.
So here in Peru, they do everything in gallons. So we found a little place to get some fuel. We just had to do some quick maths and guess how many gallons we needed to go in the bikes. So she's she's just turned up with 6 of these little containers for us. That should keep us going nicely. Well, so far she's brought 8 of these out. We asked for 6 gallons. Maybe they're not a gallon. What's this? Even got a little filter on the top. So we've just put in 10 of these little bottles. We've gone main tank, auxiliary tank and the fuel bladder. I think we're going a little bit off track tomorrow, so we're not going to see a petrol station.
So one of these was a shop. There is a shop there.
Ah, yes, that'll do. We'll go to that one.
Okay, let me turn it around. I think it was that little tiny door.
This one, the last one. They're just so hidden away, aren't they? You don't know they're a shop until you peer through these tiny doors and see things hanging up.
And it's also like Narnia as well, because when you first walk in the shop, you're like, oh, there's not much there. And then when you ask for all the things that you need, they just pull it out of nowhere.
Exactly.
And you're like, oh, actually, this is everything I need. Awesome. Do you see how big Matt is compared to these doors? So funny. Everyone looks at him like he's some freak of a giant.
Got everything, Hayley?
Yeah. Success. The light's gone out now.
Let's try and take this up. It'll be a bit of a balancing act.
I am so happy with how much food we've just bought.
We've just bought loads of food, loads of fuel, loads of water.
We are loaded to the max.
We are stocked up. Yep. Yeah, we're sorted. We've got enough food for today, for tomorrow's ride. We've got enough fuel for tomorrow, loads of water.
At least we can, first thing in the morning, we can literally pack up the camp and just head out without worrying about any of that stuff.
Exactly, yeah. No stress, just go.
Okay, so this is the gate that was locked that stopped us from camping here, and it is unlocked. Buenas! Turn this off. Acampar. Dos personas, una noche. Por favor.
10 soles cada uno.
¿Cuánto cuesta?
10 soles.
10 soles. Está bien.
Los dos serían 20 soles. Él no me entiende nada. ¿No?
Yo pago para él.
20 soles.
5, 7, 8, 9. Muchas gracias. Ciao.
Ciao.
So we found this little plot, and what's really good about this plot, I'll turn you around. There are thermal pools literally just there, within a few steps of where we're going to set up camp, which is about here. So it'd be nice. Will be reassuring when we go to the pools that we can see the bikes whilst we do that. It's really busy here, so many locals, which is a really nice atmosphere. Really, really cool. The weather is glorious. It's very hot, the sun is intense, but there's a really cool air to it, so it's not too unbearable, which is perfect for camping. So this is going to be our little plot here. There we go. He's got the tents ready, and then we're going to park the bikes there. Matt's going to use that chain lube that he bought the other day, and he's gonna all the chains, and it's just gonna be a nice, slow, relaxing day. It's really nice that we've got plenty of food, plenty of water, plenty of fuel. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
So there's a few little hot springs here. There's loads of hot springs, and you can see all the water channels running towards them. So we thought we'd wash our clothes in those. You can't put your hands in there, it's too hot. It is seriously warm, it'd burn your hands. So we found this this building, and there's a tap outside, so I'm just gonna wash our things here. I'm just gonna give everything, like riding socks, a few pairs of underwear, a couple of t-shirts. We haven't got any detergent, so we'll just 10-10. That'll do. It's first thing in the morning. It's nice and fresh here at our little campsite, and I've encouraged Hayley to come for a little dip in the thermal pools.
I've just woken up, and he's woken me up to go in the thermal baths.
Hayley's a little bit more sleepy than me in the morning. I'm like a little kid, I'm ready to go. So I've got some coffee, some chocolate, and I've also been boiling some water up, and we'll take it down there and we'll have some coffee in the thermal pools. What a nice way to start the day. That's what I think anyway. I'm not sure Hayley's quite so keen on it at the moment, but she's coming.
We'll do the field test. They're about the same.
Okay. Is that the hot one?
That is the hot one. I'm cold now, so that does feel very appealing. But I know that it gets really hot really quickly, so maybe this one. That's hot. That is hot, man. Got my little coffee. This is so nice. I'm so glad Matt made me get up. Oh, God.
All right, Hayley, ready to get back on the road?
I am ready.
Perfect. We've got about 2 or 3 days riding left on this Great Dividing Trail. Quite a nice little rest day here. Say goodbye to these thermal pools. Let's go. Felt good for having a break and just chilling in those pools, getting a few little bits of admin done. Let's get back into the mountains. Another day, another dog chasing me. We've just come onto this. Wow, this is like ice. Whew. And Hayley's down. I'll turn it around and come back for you. I'll just leave mine here.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Be careful walking up.
Wow, that caught me out. So there's a a water tanker just ahead of us, and he's coming down here spraying water to keep the dust down. But this is so hard packed. God, I'm even slipping when I'm walking. Are you thanking him for making you crash, Hayley?
No, he just went slowly.
Oh.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
You're about 2 minutes too late.
I don't even think I was doing 5 or 10 k's an hour, and I was all over the place. But at least you fell on the opposite side.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've fallen on this side. It's going to be hard to pick this up, isn't it, with the slippy ground.
We can get our feet into this verge. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Wow. Hayley, just stick in the dry stuff.
Yeah.
Just make sure your ABS is off, because that will have a fit coming down here.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Well, this stuff's dry.
Yeah, I know, but then you've got to cross over where I did, and that's where I nearly lost it. Just do this little bit down here, nice and slowly with your feet out. Just try and this is real slippy. Just try and stay off feather the brake a little bit. Stay off, just go real slow. You're just going to do a little bit of ice skating down here, that's all.
Look at my feet, they're just sliding. It's not stopping the bike.
Okay, just slowly. Just soft on everything.
Jeez, do you think it's like that the whole way?
No, it's dry down there past my bike.
But look, you can see the guys spraying up there.
When we need to go up the hill, it's going to be like it. Just stick it in here.
I'm enjoying this.
Slowly.
This is quite fun. My feet are actually just sliding.
Yeah, all right.
It's a bit.
It's fine on the light stuff.
It's a bit more dry here now. You just got. It's going to be interesting going up that hill when it's slippy.
Yeah, look, just follow me, take it slowly, and just ride exactly where I ride, okay?
Yeah, okay. You're the guinea pig today.
I will. Yeah, I'll be that person. This is horrible on a bike.
This is not a fun balancing act, is it?
No. Slipping and sliding everywhere. Okay, it gets a bit better up here. You're good?
Yeah.
Hola, buen día. La camina está bien? La camina está bien? Sí. Gracias. Sí. You want a photograph of us? Gracias. Ciao. Down we go. Wow. We've been treated to some nice little sealed road riding up this valley. You can see down there, it's looking pretty cool. I am enjoying these little twisties, it's nice. Nice little change. I'm definitely getting to try out this new horn of mine. Yes, I'm enjoying zipping about on these little twisties, but don't get too carried away, because before you know it there'll be a Peruvian driver coming the opposite direction on your side of the road, but there isn't your side of the road, it's only a twin track. And I wouldn't be surprised if they were coming around the corner on my side of the road. So I've just pulled in now on these twisties. I was having a little bit too much fun, got a little bit carried away, and I have cooked my back brake again. I'll just show you now. I've lost it, it's gone real spongy. Yeah. I think that's what they call the sign of having a good time. I'm going to give this 20 minutes to cool down and get the feeling back in that brake, and then we'll carry on nice and steadily. That was good fun though. Let's see. No, hang on. Let's see if Hayley's does it. Go on. Let's see. Do the. Drop it on the caliper. A little bit of steam.
Hardly.
If she's not smoking, she's not trying hard enough. Anyway, we're just going to enjoy the view while we're here. Whilst we were stopped, we had a quick look at the map to see where we might be staying tonight. We found some accommodation. It's about 44 k's away. We might call in there and see what that's like. I'm guessing a lot of this is going to be twisty downhill, so just going to take it easy. I don't want to be cooking that back brake again and having too much fun and having to stop.
I believe, yeah, but doesn't look like accommodation.
So this is the place that Hayley had earmarked us to stay. How did it go, Hayley?
Basically we can't park behind the building. We have to park in the car park, so it's not ideal. You'd be visible on the road.
So we don't want to camp in the car park. We're by the side of the road.
No.
And how did you get on with the lady in there?
I had a minor dispute with the lady. I think, without getting too much into it, maths wasn't quite her strong suit.
No.
And I also think she was suffering with Dory syndrome and forgotten that I just paid her a lump sum of money for some of the essentials. So, anyway, we left, we settled it. Now let's head down this valley. Unfortunately there's no accommodation around here for the next hour or so. We don't want to keep riding late into the dark, so there's a camp spot just 20 k's down the road. We're going to go and check it out and see what that's like. this landscape's turned pretty cool.
Definitely has. Now we've dropped right down to the bottom of this canyon, just rock. There's no vegetation really anywhere.
Make sure to sound the horn.
Don't worry, I'm getting on my new horn loads today. So we're just seeing rocks all over the road, both sides, and landslide after landslide after landslide everywhere. The sides of the roads are peppered with rocks like this and all these landslides up there. We were just having a little chat on the intercoms, and there's no way I'm sleeping in this canyon.
It's amazing. It is such a cool place, but it does not look like a safe place to pop your tent.
I know that if we camp here somewhere, I will not sleep at all. I'll just be worried all night. Like, look at all this. This is all continuously coming down the mountains.
In the time that we've done this trip, I have not seen landslides like this. Like, this is on another planet. Like they some of them start from the top of the peak all the way down. And look at these rocks on the side of the road. Just, oh my, it's incredible.
Oh, it's an amazing landscape, and it's really cool to ride through. But even riding through it a little bit,
I'm like, oh.
Wondering if anything I'm going to see anything tumbling down the hill.
Yeah, put the helmets to the test.
If we camp here, I'll be wearing my helmet to bed. Look, we've got 3 k's to go till this spot we've looked at. We'll check it out, because it might change, you never know. Otherwise, we will just keep riding. Wow, this road is pretty cool, you know. So, it's about 100 meters up here on the left.
There is no opening.
There's not a path down for us to take the bikes anyway. It's just a bit of a drop. Okay.
Maybe there was, but because of the landslide, it's wiped it out. I don't know.
So that's a no. On to something else.
This part of the trail is incredible, and as per usual, every time we get to like the best parts of this Peru Great Divide, it is always less than an hour before sunset. which means we can't sort of pull over, take in all the beauty. I say that literally as Matt pulls over.
Oh, I can see where we're going to end up going already. We're going to track along the side of this mountain, and then we're going to go up over those two behind it. Oh, we've got a bit to go yet. I don't have to say it again, I've said it for the last few days we've been riding. I don't want to be stuck up here in the dark riding these roads.
It is such a cool place. Oh, look at the sun setting over there. I actually have a name for the golden hour. Sexy time. It is the sexiest time of the day. We are either at sexy time or we are very close to sexy time. It's quite hard because we sort of see the sky because there's just so many lovely mountains. Riding these landscapes during sexy time is something else.
Alright, we found a little village on the side of this mountain. There might be somewhere to stay here if we look hard enough. It's getting late, it's 20 past 6. It's getting dark. Looks promising though, from all those switchbacks and steep drops. I'm actually surprised all this is up here. It's about 8:30 now, and we managed to find somewhere to stay. We're in this little town called Lipa. We rode about just over 200 k's today, probably about 210 k's. What happened, we came into this town, sort of town, it's a little village, and we parked outside the municipal building next to the plaza. Spoke to a guy, he called the lady, we had to wait for an hour. She turned up and she brought some keys, and we're staying in this municipal building. We're on the 3rd floor and we've got the whole building to ourselves. There's no one else here, no one downstairs. There's probably over 10 rooms just on this floor, so it's a big building. So yeah, that's quite cool. What we're doing is we're going to cook some dinner. If you look down here, you'll see Hayley. Sorry, I'm blinding you there.
Hello.
So we're out on the balcony. You can see here, here's the balcony of the building. And we're cooking up some of our pasta and our veggies, which is going to be a nice little feast tonight. Now, what I didn't address is the reason it's so dark and I've got a head torch here. Hayley's got a head torch, she's cooking. When we came to this place and we were sitting outside on the curb, there was a power cut to the whole village, so nowhere's got power. Yeah, everything's dark. You can see lights on in over the mountains at a village over there somewhere, but this one's got no power, so yeah, we're just cooking and doing everything by torchlight. So that adds to the atmosphere of this huge empty building. What do you reckon, Hayley?
Yeah, unexpected turn, but I'm really, really glad we found somewhere to stay, because if we weren't going to stay in this building, I don't know where we would have stayed. Camping, like I've said previously, it's really hard to find like a camp spot that you can just get away from the road, because it's going on the edge of these mountains. So yeah, very grateful, and yeah, this just adds to the adventure really. It's a good day.